Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, I'm your host, Mrs. M. And if you haven't, make sure you click the link below. That way you can subscribe to my channel and not miss out on anything you need to scale your business to six figures and beyond. Pow! So I hear all the time, I haven't won a contract, I haven't won a contract. What do I need to do to win a contract? I hear that a lot. So in this video, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you what I did, what our students do to win contracts, your very first one, or if you found one and you just can't get back in the groove. A lot of it is because of this. You're not trying to win the contract. You're trying to make sure you have everything perfect. Now, it's not everyone, but that is a lot of people. They look for perfection instead of progress. So we're going to look at getting out of our own way, getting out of our own head. A lot of it's mindset and what we need to do to actually win a contract. All right, let's go. So the first thing is you must meet the basic requirements. I've talked about those a lot. That means sam.gov, making sure you're registered and receive your cage code before you can even do a federal contract. The next thing is, I love to talk about the buyer. The buyer is this. Where are your buyers? Who are your buyers? And why would they want to buy from you? You've got to think of the why. Before you get started, you want to think of the why they want to buy from you. Where are your buyers? What vendor portals are they in? Are they in DSBS? Are they in the agency's vendor portal? Are they at industry days? So we want to look at who is my buyer? Where is my buyer? And why would they want to buy from me? Ask that question again and again, and you should be able to answer it very quickly. I'm going to look at my little handy dandy notes here so I can make sure I don't miss anything. And then I know it's a catch-22. In order for me to win a contract, I need experience. In order for me to get experience, I need to win a contract. How do you get around that? And that comes a lot to do, or it has a lot to do with the connections, the relationships. When you're building these relationships, it makes it easier to jump over that, especially if you do a no bid. I'm a big fan of the no bid, which is a simplified acquisition procedure. Why that? Because if you understand and learn about the simplified acquisition procedure, this is where a lot of new vendors do not have to bid. They do not have to do the bidding. They go through without doing any of that. A lot of times we've had our students where the contracting officer will send them the bid, or the contracting officer representative will send them the bid and say, this is what the scope of work is. How much are you willing to do this for? This is what we're looking at paying. You need to already know what your prices are, understand what you need for labor. We've gone through that when I talk a lot about some of my videos, giving you that information, because I'm a firm believer in being already prepared as much as I can. You don't want to have to scramble around when you have an opportunity, because a lot of times those opportunities will come and you're not prepared because you're not doing the groundwork before we get started. So let's make sure we dive in, we do our groundwork, we get all that done. Make sure you have your subcontractor plans, agreements, all of these things we want to make sure we have. So when we get started, we're rolling down and we're looking for making this money, and we're looking at doing these no bids or whatever it is that we're looking, or our avenue and how we're going to win. Already have a lot of the groundwork done. I didn't do this. I was so excited because I won a contract rather easily the first couple of times. I really didn't know what I had to do. It just kind of fell in my lap, kind of something about, who I knew. And then when I had to go out on my own, and it may not have been the next time with someone that I knew, a lot of the basic stuff I was scrambling to get in place. So you don't want to be in that situation. You want to make sure you already have this done. And this is when I first got started in business in general, whether I was doing commercial or government. You have to have a lot of your basic stuff in place. How are you going to get paid? Your invoicing down pat, your payroll systems, all of that you want to have in place before you get started. The next thing you want to look at, do not underestimate the power of subcontracting. Talked about that again and again and again. I personally love subcontracting. I did it a lot even after I became a prime. It was easy. The pay was great, and I didn't have a lot of the headaches. I loved it. So I wasn't always looking to be the prime. I wanted to be the sub, as we say, the middleman for someone else. So do not dismiss that. It's a great thing, and you'd be surprised how you can rack up a lot of past performances. At least try to get around 3 under your belt. The other thing you want to do is make sure you enroll in some type of way to learn all about simplified acquisition procedures, no bids. That's what I really focus on. The do 50 and under. Make sure you enroll it somewhere. Learn. You want to continue to do continuous learning. One thing about government, you must continue to learn. It's not as easy as people make it sound, not hard, but you do have to put the work in. We know anything worth having is worth working for, and government contracts truly is worth working for. The other thing you want to make sure, like I said, enroll in some kind of course. I know we teach people how to do no bids. I have a lot of my free resources on my GovCon Lunch and Learn every Wednesday at 12. Every Wednesday at 12. The other thing you want to do is you want to be available for emergencies. Right now, we're talking about disaster relief. I do a lot of that because that's where I got a lot of my work from, DRC, disaster relief contracts in Florida. Came through about 4 or 5 hurricanes when I first got there. So be ready for emergency services. And what I mean by be ready, I mean have something that you might be able to feel you can do during an emergency. Can you go in and do landscaping? Can you do some kind of roofing? Can you do some kind of repairs? Look at what are possible, the possibilities for emergency services, and be ready. We are really in the midst of DRC, disaster relief contracts. Can't emphasize that enough. I'm going to do a very comprehensive video on Thursday on the top 14 NAICS codes that I know they are reaching out to. We are on the ground in Orlando, Florida, and other places in Florida, and we see it, we hear it, we're there. So make sure that you look at that video. It'll be on Thursday. And you want to make sure that you look at this. One of the things I talk about is having your elevator pitch. Your elevator pitch is in like 30 seconds. You're able to tell me how you can save money for the government, do it better, faster, quicker, cheaper, different. Training could be different. Your quality assurance can be different. You're giving your agency a customer experience they've never had. All of that is different. That goes with the why on why they would want you. We know who they are and where they are, but why do they want us is the key. What are we doing for them? What's in it for them? What's in it for the government agency? Always remember that. Once you get your elevator pitch down, then turn it into an email. Turn that elevator pitch into an email template, and then take that same email and start calling. Call once a week, call twice a week, call until you reach out to them, and then call when you lose a bid. Call the contracting officer when you lose a bid. This is all in doing what? Building the relationship, and I just know I'm going to see you on LinkedIn. I just know I am, because I've talked about LinkedIn a lot. That is the place you want to be. Be seen and see. You want to see people and be seen. So all of this, make sure you put your CAPE statement on LinkedIn, and let's get it going. Yes. Now, if you want to learn more, then what can you do? Because remember, I'm giving you the high level, not the eye level. So if you want a little bit more detail, then sign up for my GovCon Lunch and Learn. And I will try to break down the eye level and the high level a little bit in the middle so that it makes sense to you. So I'd love to see you at my GovCon Lunch and Learn every Wednesday, 12 Eastern time. Click the link in the description to join me. Until next time, be safe and take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.